What do you really value and treasure?
Yeah.
Is it the amount in your bank account? Or no one can serve two masters? Did you know that that verse is actually in context of this verse?
Ruslan.
You have to look at scripture in context.
What does it mean to store up riches such that your heart will be with your riches on earth?
Right. So he's asking the passage that Jesus is saying, like, don't store riches on earth, right?
So
For your where your heart is, where your treasure is, your heart will be. So it just simply means don't make riches your treasure.
Come on.
What do you really value and treasure?
Yeah.
Is it the amount in your bank account, or is the amount of riches you have just a reflection to be able to be more generous and to help people and to build things?
Yeah.
Right. So I think this is what this comes down to, is like riches and treasure is a posture of the heart.
Yep.
Right.
100%.
It's like living somewhere where you don't have water running through your house. And so you have a well and you're storing up water. Is the water the riches? Or is the water just a means to plant gardens, to wash yourself, to make sure your house is clean, to make sure you're hydrated? The water isn't the end all. Now, I guess in a hypothetical sense, someone can hoard water.
Yeah.
Right. But like we have a whole situation here with the farms in San Diego and in California, and you have folks who have to rely on California water. And then I met a farmer who runs farms, owns farms. Now he leases the land out to someone else to run it. And he says they have their own water systems and their own water that they paid for.
That's fire.
So if someone's running a farm, is the water the treasure, or is the water the means to do the farming?
Yeah.
Do you guys understand?
So storing up riches.
Storing up riches would be like storing up water.
Yes.
Okay. So storing up water, if your identity is in the water, you're an idiot. Why are you storing up water? Water is just a means to do stuff with, to plant gardens, to have irrigation, to clean, to do stuff with. The water isn't the destination, it's just a tool. So when you're talking about storing up riches, finances, so on and so forth,
treasures. That's the other thing too, is that the verse doesn't say monetary treasures, right? It's so I mean, I don't know about the original languages used to write, but I would assume that it's talking just about physical things, right?
Yes.
So in a sense, in a society where water is the end all be all, then water can be the riches. In a society where it's not just monetary transaction, right? There would be a society where having a potato cellar is your riches, right? Go back to the potato famine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So there's a lot of different versions of riches.
Yes.
And so it's like, I think what that verse isn't saying is that like, oh, this is something for the wealthy person to be concerned about. What the thing is saying is like, this is something for everyone that has things to be concerned about.
Yes.
Because you can be poor yet
and greedy
and obsessed with riches. The easiest place to point to this is like the side hustle YouTube, which is like the easiest way to make $1 million in 2025 or whatever. It took $300 whatever to $1 million or and it's like attracting viewers that have no care for the work or their interest in it or the skills required. Yet they want to know, how did this person make $1 million? Because maybe I can do that as well. And so I think the riches isn't just, it's not, oh, this is for the wealthy people to be worried about. It's like, this is for the person that's also obsessing over wealth, over money, or over comfort.
Right. And again, so here's a beautiful part about that. I have a massive update for you. I'm sure by this point, you've heard about the Blessed God Summit happening March 27th, 28th, 29th here in beautiful Carlsbad, California. But we've heard your requests. We've conceded to your demand. There are virtual tickets that are now available for the Blessed God Summit, so you can access it from anywhere in the world, as well as access to the replays. And for those of you guys that are looking for something extra, we're also offering a virtual ticket and an exclusive Bless God Summit merch bundle. There's some amazing art and some exclusive pieces done by our friend Josh Nadeau from Sword and Pencil that you have to check out. So join us online for the virtual event and experience some sessions from my favorite podcasters, pastors, and performers. We have a stacked lineup. I'm talking about Preston Perry, Dr. Sean McDowell, Inspiring Philosophy. What do you mean? Lila Rose, Alan Parr, and his wife Jen Parr. We even have Nate Sala from Wise Disciple, Gavin Ortland, David Wood, Avery from God Logic Apologetics. And on the pastoral side, we have my friend Daniel Golding, Pastor Ed Newton from CBC in San Antonio, and my personal pastor from Rhythm Church, Pastor Jeff Moores and his wife Erin Moores. You won't want to miss out from amazing performances from America's Got Talent winner Dustin Savella, Billboard charting hip-hop artist John Keith, and Miles Minnick. And we're still finalizing a few more speakers. So head over to blessgod.shop, get your virtual ticket now, and you can get yourself a bundle with some of the exclusive merch as well. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace. If we go to Luke, the interesting part about Luke is that this verse, this is the beautiful part about these verses, right? Is that you got to read stuff in context, and people don't want to read stuff in context, and they want to remove the passage of a righteous man leaves an inheritance for his grandkids. They want to compartmentalize that. That's in Proverbs.
Yeah.
So you want to compartmentalize, and you go, hey, we don't like this verse. So here's the beautiful part. So someone just said, no one can serve two masters. Did you know that verse is actually in context of this verse? For the people of this world are more shrewd in dealing with their own kind than are the people of delight. I tell you, use worldly wealth to gain friends for yourself, so that when it is gone, you will be welcomed into eternal dwellings. So what does that mean? What is Jesus saying? Use worldly wealth, right? And then he goes on to say, no one can serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money.
Come on.
All you have to do is just scroll back.
Yeah.
All you have to do is scroll back. So what is he saying? Yes, you can't serve money, but you can make money serve.
Yeah, it's almost like a conversation.
Right.
When you're talking to somebody and you're like, hey, I found this really good thing, but it has some downsides. And you don't just tell them the really good thing and not the downsides.
Right.
Jesus is doing the same thing. He's like, hey, here's this really good thing. Yet I want you to be wary that like you cannot serve two masters. So don't let this really good thing become a master of your life.
Yeah. So
that's the whole point. It's like it's like you wouldn't just soundbite someone that was talking about something and then their con of that thing and then soundbite the con.
Right. But this is how most people approach scripture.
Yeah.
They're quote mining. They're trying to find their thing. And I don't know what the heart is. Like, I don't know if the heart is because you've just never been on a budget, you're in debt, you don't know how to make money, you're not providing for your family. Like, I don't know what the con is. Like, but I think money is a tool. It's quite simple, right? So you can use money just like you can use water to build a garden, to have a farm, to hire people and pay people well, or you can use money as your God and let money use you.
Come on.
That's the context of the verse, right? That's the context of the verse. So again, you're throwing out verses, no one can serve two masters. Yeah, and then just scroll up, fam. Literally scroll up where it says, use worldly wealth. So you're instructed to use worldly wealth. Are you using worldly wealth? Are you putting your money to work for you?
Come on.
Or are you just complaining about people who do? Because that sounds very hypocritical, right? So you have to read all of this stuff. And then what's the next verse? It's about stewardship. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. So if you have not been trustworthy in handling world wealth, who will trust you with true riches? And if you have not been trustworthy with someone else's property, who will give you property of your own? You can't even take care of the apartment you're renting, and you want to own a house someday. How about you take care of what's under your dominion right now?
Come on.
So you can be more faithful with it. No one can serve two masters.
Yep.
Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you will be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. I think people forget that in your irresponsibility, in your ignorance, in your fake pious and fake self-righteousness, that you could actually have money as your God because you don't know how to manage it.
Come on.
Because you're a dummy.
Yeah.
And so you think you're puffed up because, I'm not good at money because my money's bad. And it's like, well, the verse right before that said, be faithful. Be a good steward.
Money's bad, and then your Chick-fil-A is landing at the door through Uber Eats.
Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out this other video that YouTube seems to be recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.